have an article here. I don't even know what to say. U.S. woman charged with concealing bleach in husband's coffee avoids jail. Melody, initially charged in Arizona with attempted murder, receives probation after striking plea deal. Double standards much. An Arizona woman was charged with trying to kill her husband by poisoning his coffee daily for months. Has reportedly avoided jail time and been ordered to spend 3 years on probation. Wow, the court biases. Melody received her punishment this week after striking a plea deal with prosecutors that allowed her to plead guilty in April to 2 counts of adding a poison or harmful substance to food or drink, according to the Arizona News website. She initially been charged with attempted murder, a more serious felony. The reduced charges left her facing up to 2 years in prison on each count, but the state court judge, Javier Chan Lopez, opted for probation, ordering her to undergo mental health evaluation and requiring her to abstain from contacting her estranged husband unless it is for legal context, such as their pending divorce, as noted. Imagine the patriarchy strikes again, holding women down, limiting and suppressing their rights. Do you see what we're talking about here? The gaslighting. What do you think would happen to a man if he was putting bleach in his wife's coffee for months trying to kill her? You think they would have just gave him a slap on the wrist and say, it's okay, we'll downgrade the attempted murder, put you on 3 years of probation, and order you to undergo health evaluations. Complete lack of agency and accountability on the other side of the aisle. Do you see what I mean? And it's legally enforced. And this is why men are checking out of the West and they're done. Why would you want to be a part of this system? And they're wondering why they have record low rates of men enlisting, record low rates of men going to college, record low rates of men going into the workforce, more and more men opting out of all these systems. Why? Because look at this shit. This is crazy, dude. So I say, get your passport and get out of here. Why pay into a system like this? This is nuts. And look at this crap. The judge took note of how the husband, a moron, did not want his wife to be imprisoned. The network said the couple are living together with their child while waiting for their divorce to be finalized. As part of a plea deal, she was required to admit that she had put trace amounts of bleach in her husband's coffee pot on 2 separate instances in July 2023. Do you see what I'm talking about? Simps ruin everything. Weak men are causing this problem. On top of that, if we reverse this and just say the wife didn't want the man charged, do you think the prosecutors would have even listened or would have jailed his ass anyways? Or do you think the woman even would say, I know my husband tried to poison me, but I love him so much and I just want what's best for my family. Please don't put him in jail. No, strong boss babe. Let him get buried under the prison. Dude, it's ridiculous. It's the expectations and standards in society today couldn't be any more different between men and women. She had drawn her husband's suspicion after he noticed a foul taste to his coffee at the end of March that year while he was stationed in Germany as a member of the U.S. Air Force. He continued to drink his coffee for the next few weeks, and while he noticed the odd taste lingering, he bought pool chemical testing strips. They didn't detect anything unusual with the faucet water, but indicated high levels of chlorine in the coffee pot. He then set up a camera in his house which recorded Melody pouring something into his coffee pot. And they got this shit on video. Still let her off. At the time, he quit drinking coffee he made in that pot, but he pretended to continue because he didn't want to report his wife to authorities in Germany. Look at this absolute moron. The couple moved back to the U.S. on June 28th. He set up hidden cameras again in their home. You see how men perpetuate this moronic shit happening? Which captured video footage of her putting bleach in a container and then emptying it into his coffee maker, according to authorities. He filed a complaint with police, telling investigators that believe his wife was trying to kill him to collect insurance benefits stemming from his death. So we know for sure if we had the roles reversed, the cops would be putting the man in jail against whatever the spouse's wishes would have been there. Because this woman is deliberately trying to collect insurance benefits from his death. Period. She's looking to profit off his death. Wow. 2 idiots. 2 of them, both of them. The arrest drew national headlines once the poisoning method is secretly set up camera immersion police findings. She'd been unable to post a 250-gram bail before pleading out and accepting her sentence. Unbelievable. This is the world's biggest moron of a husband that you will ever hear about in your life. Literal wife trying to kill you, and you still plead to get her out of jail. Weak men, doing it again, boys. He says, the F, wasn't there a video of her pouring bleach in his coffee? How does she get parole? The article said the husband didn't want her to face jail time. The judge and prosecutors determined that he swayed them a bit. It's messed up. I could imagine arguing for someone who tried to kill being let off that easily. Bro, if my wife tried to kill me, I want her in jail or in an institution. We're past the point of counseling. These are Reddit cucks saying this. Worked with a guy whose wife leaves him for dudes and moves in with them for months on end, leaving him to take care of the two kids by himself. He takes her back every time she's ready to come back. She does this at least once a year. I still talk to him and she still does it. I'm like, dude, you need to get an STD test and stop taking this woman back. I imagine if she tried to kill him, he'd still take her back. I have a friend whose wife does this. Not every year, but every few years. She will kick him out and move some other guy in. Once my buddy finally starts seeing someone else, she suddenly wants to get back with him. She kicks the other guy out and he moves back in. I don't know what the F is wrong with him. Sometimes you get gold nuggets like this on Reddit of people sharing these incredible stories about the degeneracy of society today. You see what's left of men and masculinity? Imagine how many of these stories we're not hearing about. Imagine what's really going on. We're getting dude, what we're covering is the surface of what is happening. This is just the people that are brazen enough to post their shit online that we get to react and talk about. Imagine the deep secrets, the dark little skeletons in the closet that people are hiding about relationships. Look at the shit we're seeing that men are putting up with. And you want to be surprised still today that women have a chip on their shoulder and giant inflated egos that they do? Look at this. Oh, look, another one. I actually know a guy who is going through this right now. His wife tried killing him by repeatedly crushing apple seeds to mix with his food, which apparently has arsenic in them. When that was too slow, she had just hired a hitman. This only happened a few months ago. He doesn't believe she'll spend any more time in jail than time served, seeing as the Canadian judicial system is a joke. He had absolutely no idea. He even said, I can't believe my best friend would do that to me. It's really sad. He's a super nice guy. Bro, and here it is. Alberta woman charged in alleged murder request will have bail hearing next week. Wow. And look, this is all you get in the St. Albert Gazette. Dude, look how short this article is. A 59-year-old Carstairs woman facing 2 charges of counseling to commit an indictable offense of murder has made her first court appearance. She faces the charge under Blah Criminal Code. She appeared in Alberta Court of Justice on Friday. On February 12th, police entered into an investigation after learning an individual was asked by a female to kill another person. Following an extensive investigation, she was arrested and charged on February 28th. Although police have said the intended victim is an adult, they have declined to say whether the person is a man or woman or to provide any information on the person allegedly approached by the accused. You get that? You see? What? Look at this article, dude. When you're reading this, if you come across this, you go, huh, wow, that sounds weird. But then it takes a Redditor posting about how his friend actively had to undergo being murdered. First with appleseed arsenic and then hiring a hitman. What? Welcome to Justice in the West. By the way, if you're watching from everywhere else around the world, this is how our court systems work. This is the biases we have towards women. Yes, it's real. It's true. Welcome to the new world. You're living in the gynocracy. If you're not, you will be. One day soon, it's coming. The world around you is changing. I bet you see it too. There's a lot more strong boss babes, and they're becoming a big part of the voter bloc, and they do not have empathy for you at all. You are an enemy. Brave new world.